Have you ever pondered over the future of Social Security? It's a question that lingers in the minds of many, and for good reason. The idea of the end of Social Security has been a concern that's been floating around for years. And why wouldn't it be? Factors such as an aging population, changing demographics, and potential funding issues have made this question more relevant than ever. As more of our population enters their golden years and the proportion of working adults shrinks, the strain on the Social Security system is expected to increase. Couple this with potential funding issues, and you've got a recipe for a potentially unsustainable system. Yes, Social Security is a complex and politically charged issue. And yes, changes or reforms may occur to address its sustainability. But the question remains. So, is Social Security really on the brink of extinction? Let's delve deeper into this in the coming scenes. To understand the future, we need to look at the present. So, let's talk about the current state of Social Security. Social Security essentially is a social insurance program. It's a safety net, providing benefits to retired workers, disabled individuals, and their families. Currently, it's a vital part of our society. For many, it's the primary source of income in retirement. Others rely on it as a lifeline during challenging times. In fact, it's estimated that about 1 in 6 Americans, that's around 55 million people, receive some form of Social Security benefits. But the system is under strain. You see, Social Security is mainly funded by payroll taxes. This means that current workers and their employers pay into the system, and that money is then used to provide benefits for those who are currently retired or otherwise eligible. The balance between those paying in and those drawing out is delicate. As our population ages and more people retire, there are fewer workers to support each retiree. Here's a figure to illustrate this. In the 1960s, there were about 5 workers for each Social Security beneficiary. Today, that ratio has fallen to nearly 2 to 1, and it's projected to continue to fall in the coming years. Additionally, Social Security is also dealing with financial challenges. The Social Security Trustees Report indicates that the combined trust funds for Social Security could be depleted by the mid-3040s. That doesn't mean Social Security would disappear, but it could mean reduced benefits for recipients unless changes are made. Remember, Social Security is a complex and politically sensitive issue. The figures I've mentioned are projections based on current data and assumptions. Changes, reforms, even unexpected economic growth could shift these projections. These figures bring us to the question: how long can we sustain this? The answer isn't simple, but understanding the current state of Social Security is a vital first step in tackling this question. Social Security faces a bumpy road in the future. This phrase captures the essence of the challenges ahead. Let's delve into them, shall we? One of the most pressing issues is the aging population. As people live longer and birth rates decline, the proportion of older adults is increasing. Statistics indicate that by the year 2050, nearly 1 in 4 Americans will be over the age of 65. This demographic shift puts a significant strain on the Social Security system as the number of beneficiaries increases while the pool of contributing workers shrinks. Another challenge is the rise in retirements. The baby boom generation, one of the largest in history, has begun retiring in droves. By the time the last of this generation reaches retirement age in 2030, the Social Security system is projected to have nearly 80 million beneficiaries, up from around 60 million today. This surge in retirements further exacerbates the funding issues faced by Social Security. The state of the economy also plays a vital role. Economic downturns like the Great Recession of the late 2000s can deplete the Social Security Trust Fund as fewer people are working and paying into the system. Meanwhile, the cost of living continues to climb, increasing the need for Social Security benefits. Lastly, let's not forget about the potential funding issues. As it stands, the Social Security Trust Fund is projected to be depleted by the year 2034. If this happens and no action is taken, only about 75% of benefits would be payable. This would mean a significant cut in benefits for millions of Americans who rely on Social Security in their retirement years. These challenges are indeed daunting, but they are not insurmountable. With thoughtful policy changes and proactive measures, it's possible to navigate this bumpy road and ensure the future of Social Security. With these challenges in mind, the future of Social Security does seem uncertain, doesn't it? But remember, uncertainty also leaves room for possibilities, for change, and for hope. And that's what we'll explore next. Scene script. However, all is not lost. There are possible measures to secure the future of Social Security. The future of Social Security may seem uncertain, but there are strategies we can employ to safeguard this vital program. One such strategy is adjusting contribution rates. Currently, workers and employers each pay a certain percentage of wages into the Social Security Fund. By slightly increasing these rates, we could generate more revenue for the system. This doesn't necessarily mean a significant burden on individual paychecks, but rather a shared commitment to bolstering a program that benefits us all. Another potential measure is increasing the retirement age. With advancements in healthcare, people are living longer, healthier lives. It's not unreasonable to consider that the age of retirement could be pushed a bit further into the future. This would mean more years of contributions into the system and fewer years of benefit payouts, which could help balance the books. We could also look into modifying benefit calculations. This could mean changing the way benefits are calculated to make them more progressive, favoring those in lower income brackets. It could also involve basing benefits on the number of years worked, rather than the current system which calculates based on the highest earning years. These changes could help ensure that those who need the benefits most receive them, while still maintaining the program's solvency. Exploring alternative funding solutions is another avenue worth considering. This could involve diversifying the sources of funds that Social Security relies on. Rather than relying solely on payroll taxes, we could consider other sources of revenue such as a portion of income taxes, or even a small transaction tax on financial trades. It's important to remember that these are not standalone solutions, but rather pieces of a larger puzzle. Policymakers will need to consider a combination of these options, and perhaps others not mentioned here, to ensure the program's viability. We must also keep in mind that these changes won't be easy. Increasing contribution rates or the retirement age may not be popular decisions, but they may be necessary for the long-term health of the system. Similarly, modifying benefit calculations or exploring new funding solutions will require careful consideration and delicate balancing of interests. But despite these challenges, the goal remains clear. We must ensure that Social Security, a program that has provided a safety net for millions of Americans for over 80 years, continues to do so for generations to come. It will require creativity, compromise, and a collective commitment to the common good. Social Security is more than just a program. It's a promise to our seniors, to our disabled, to our families who have lost a breadwinner, that we, as a society, will not leave them in the lurch, and it's a promise we must strive to keep. These measures, while challenging, could pave the way to a sustainable future for Social Security. The future of Social Security is a complex and politically sensitive issue. A statement that is as true today as it was when the program was first introduced in the mid-20th century. With time, this issue has only gained more layers, making it increasingly crucial for each one of us to stay well informed. Staying informed isn't just about understanding the intricacies of Social Security itself, but also about recognizing the broader socioeconomic factors that influence it. An aging population, changing demographics, and potential funding issues are just some examples of the myriad factors that can impact the sustainability of Social Security. Now you might wonder, why should I stay informed? The answer is simple. Staying informed empowers you. It allows you to understand the changes that could directly affect your life and the lives of those around you. And most importantly, it enables you to engage in informed discussions and make knowledgeable decisions. But how can we stay informed? It starts by regularly checking official government sources for the latest updates on Social Security. These sources provide the most reliable and up-to-date information, free from any bias or misinformation. Staying informed also means staying updated on potential legislative changes that could impact Social Security. These changes could range from adjustments in contribution rates and modifications in benefit calculations to increases in the retirement age or exploration of alternative funding solutions. By staying informed, you can also contribute to the discussion around Social Security. Your voice matters, and it can help shape the future of this program. After all, Social Security isn't just a policy issue, it's a societal issue that affects us all. In conclusion, the importance of staying informed cannot be overstated. It's not just about understanding the current state of Social Security, but about actively engaging in its future. As we navigate the complexities of this issue, let's remember that the power of knowledge is our greatest tool. Remember, the future of Social Security is in our hands, and staying informed is the first step to securing it.